Yo, yo, yo!
Baby!
What's good?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody! Woo!
Yeah, it's about that time.
It's another week and it's another day for a juicy episode. How's everybody from the last episode?
How we all doing?
That one was very candid. That one was open. That one was like very juicy. I've listened to it I don't know how many times. But anyways, guys, welcome
Took you
back.
to the first time when you did it with your babe, right?
You know what? that was, you know.
See,
what?
that's the thing. The flame doesn't have to die, you know.
It never has to die.
Mm-hmm.
It always
Keep the fire burning, they always say in reggae terms.
Yeah, so welcome everybody. Welcome to another episode of Awesome Thoughts Podcast. And if you're new, welcome. Do make sure that you do follow us so you are updated, you stay on top of things. Follow us on Instagram at Awesome Thoughts Podcast and Awesome Thoughts at Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a follow situation, like I always
All
say.
the time. All the time.
Yeah.
But we calm a little down because, guys, today we want to talk about something so delicate because we want to stop this poisonous vibe that comes within a heartbreak, which is to heal before we get into a new relationship.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do these days. People already find a replacement before they leave their old relationship, you know.
Yeah, I know it's like that with jobs. They normally say you need to find another job before you quit one job.
True.
But a relationship is not necessarily a job like that. It's a phrase when they say a relationship is a job because you have to work at it. Exactly. But then it's not a job like that, I'm just doing it for the sake. No, it's not supposed to be that way.
So you need to heal, because if you don't heal from what broke you in the past relationship, you're going to break the next person.
Exactly. Or they suffer from, they suffer for what the last person did, which doesn't make sense. And you might throw away something that is so delicate because of that, So I feel like it really does help to get out of that because, I had my first cheating, I put the comments on it because even though the contract was a different type of contract, it still was breaking, the rules. So
because you had not healed.
I had not healed, exactly. And when the past WeChat snatched me, I was snatchable. Instead of
because
being like,
you're not over it yet.
Exactly.
You haven't moved on.
And it
happens to the best of us, man.
But I knew that, it's just
it's in the moment, you got needs, and then the needs they overcome the rest, and then things end up the way they end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, that boom activity can also cloud your judgment in terms of moving on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you have needs, you need to let off some steam, you need to release some juices, but it doesn't really mean you've moved on or anything like that.
For women, it's a little bit different. It's difficult in a sense that we are more emotional. So when the boom action happens, we get attached. Exactly, we get attached like magnets. You've seen when a negative and a positive come together. It's
that's what
quick.
I think I heard something about that when they were talking about that. If they were saying that if a guy cheats, the percentage that is going to leave you, even if he cheats on you, is very little.
Okay.
But if a woman cheats,
they're all gone.
Because everything with women is calculated.
They're all gone.
Which means it's already,
Which is sad. Really, it's a weird. I don't even know if this could ever be balanced out.
Yeah.
But it's sad because, as a woman, okay, fine. That's why I'm saying we're emotional.
Yes.
In the sense that we think things through. We have patience somehow, especially if we really love you, we really feel for you. We give you sometimes, most of the time. If you're a lesson in my life,
the benefit of the doubt.
We gave you unnecessary, unnecessary benefit of the doubt, unnecessary chances. We wasted our time, basically. But then because of that, naturally, that's how we are. We try again. We say, okay, because we have hope, you know. Hopefully he's gonna change. Hopefully he's not gonna do that again. Hopefully, you know, and we don't think that. We don't come to mind that, you know, hopefully he's not thinking I'm a stupid ass. Because that's basically how they see it. Instead of, because it's just like, okay, she forgave me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it again. But that's not the point.
Wrong move.
It's the wrong move. She forgave you, and now you gotta be straight up. If you really learned,
they see potential that you can be something.
Exactly. Because
don't grow a big head now.
I mean, if I can tap into my history, I could say that, you know, there was a portion of my life where I was like, okay, I gave a person chances and it didn't turn out the way, because as I said, all those hopefullys didn't work out the way I had hoped.
If you find yourself saying hopefully, man, that situation is hopeless.
I guess so, because I mean, you
when
can't
you're gonna
change
make
a
it,
person.
you will know. I mean, with your
chapter Osam advice.
That's true. There's some awesome advice for you. If you're still
can't
in that
change
box,
a person.
no.
A person changes because they want to change.
Remember, like we said in our other episode, that people don't change. They only get better at being themselves.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
So a liar will always be a liar. They will just get better at disguising it.
You know what I'm saying. That's why you've got those parasites. We call them parasites these days.
Imikaza.
Because it's that person who, in that time where you didn't really know that much and you had that I hope they
look like they are for good, you know.
You gave them chances, right? So because of that, they thought, oh, this one, I can do these type of things with this one. That's why they're parasites. Because why? 5 years later, you're still out here trying to do those nonsenses that you did back then. But then you don't realize that I've grown. I've realized that you're out here playing games and I am not a game board. And you still out here thinking, okay, there's a possibility. Because yes, I might have fucked up in the past and gave you all those chances. But trust me, it's not happening again.
And you know what's funny about those kind of people? You are out here being dragged. You are holding all the cards. Now the niggas wanna play chess now.
Yeah, they wanna become serious.
You know, but they don't even know the game that you're playing at that particular time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're holding all the cards.
The word serious comes with those inverted commas because you don't really know. You can't really say 100% that you're sure that this person has grown up. Because as King said just a few minutes ago, you do not change. You just become better at who you are, you know.
Lockdown had a lot of people fooled, you know what I'm saying. If anybody texted you within these 1 year something months from the 26th of March 2020, if anybody from your past contacted you from the 26th or 27th of March 2020 up to now, that's a fluke.
Wow, it's been a year of quarantine.
Exactly, that's a fluke. People are here lonely because their outdoor life is not doing it anymore. Clubs are closed. You know, people's wives are closed because them husbands is dead 6 to 6, and vice versa, and everything else.
Exactly.
So if you find yourself being texted at that time or sexted at that time, that's a fluke. Sorry, but it's a fluke.
You know, there's a thing. That they used to call, well, they still call it these days. You know, a booty call. And they used to say between these certain times, you know, it's a booty call. Like, obviously, if it's like, say, if you are a person
quarantine times, that's a booty call.
Exactly. But you see, quarantine times came and shut the whole booty call shit off because quarantine, it just became a whole other different dynamic where it's like, oh,
now you're staying with your person. You said you have a person, right?
Yeah, but this person is not the right person.
Exactly. Stay with them now for the whole year. And they were all 6 months, nigga. You ain't going nowhere. No alcohol, no weed. You guys are facing each other sober day to day.
If you didn't really burn that black book, now you go dig it up from wherever you hid that black book to go back and look for. Because honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I also had strange people come back from from nowhere,
from the dead.
and they're just like, hello. But going back to this, because I just thought about it in terms of what we're talking about, because they are from the past, and they did something to you within that past, and you had to heal from that, right? To get to the point where now, as we're saying that, you know what, we don't fucking care. It's because we healed.
Exactly.
We let you go. If we had to let you go, we realized that you're not for the future. You're just there temporarily to teach me whatever you have to teach me, so that in the future, when I go into another relationship, these are the red flags.
And I'll look out for motherfuckers like you.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I can see everything from the get-go. As soon as you start acting the way that you're not supposed to be acting, the way that the last person who did me wrong was acting, then I must start paying attention.
Yes, you need to heal, because then there is this thing whereby if you heal, this means healing does not mean forget.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
If you heal, you accept to go to, okay, sharp,
this is what happened.
I was a fool, and I admit I didn't see it coming. It was all in my face, but I still kept on doing it.
I had hope.
Yes, but you know what? I will own up to that.
Exactly.
But it doesn't make me any less worthy than anybody else out there.
See, King, I don't know if
I'm still a diamond,
I don't know if it's an advice already. If not, it will be. But we need to accept what happened in the past, guys.
That is what is called moving on.
Exactly.
Because it's you accepting it. You know what?
Having regret. To have regret.
You haven't moved on.
You haven't. You're still dwelling.
You're still
on
holding
that.
on. That thing is still living rent-free in your head.
It's not letting you go, because sometimes
you need to be able to laugh at something. You're like, ooh, can you imagine, bruh? I mean,
but
can you imagine? I even shift that day to find that nigga with somebody in the house.
Exactly.
You're like, oh, Maranama, I was
and
then
idiot.
You laugh it off because that's healing.
Tapping into the past, I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought I was surprising a dude by staying an extra day. Like, woo, you got an extra day of the coochie, but you wasn't excited. You fell fucking asleep.
Like, you need to go.
I was a fucking fool.
But you couldn't see it.
But I know better today, and that's why to regret, it's not a good thing. You need to accept it, because it happened for a reason. It had to happen.
This is why people need to heal whenever you break up with somebody. Okay,
take time.
We can't really detect, or dictate how people do their own things.
No, you do what.
But what I can tell you is, remember, they normally say when a guy, right? Let's say a guy finds out, okay, this relationship, this woman is doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things.
Yeah.
Right? A guy would never leave you for that.
Really?
He will leave you eventually, but not at the time.
But then, okay.
So he will do exactly that thing that you guys normally do. You will look around. You will look for something. Find something that makes him happy. Now, once he's satisfied, you know that, okay, this is it.
Really?
I'm gonna call it quits. Why? Because you still have to find satisfaction. So you can't be out here.
The bang bangs.
Exactly. There's always a guarantee. As long as there's a guarantee, I don't care what you're doing, but I'm gonna leave you eventually. But for now, you are all that I have. Give it to me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a thing with guys. Guys don't just dump a woman. Guys don't dump you. It's
really.
It's maybe the fuckboy kind of thing whereby but we're talking guys who like plan things out. People who know that, okay, my plan is that I need to work on something. I need to have a family. I need to raise some kids. I need to do this and that and that and that and that. Right?
Yeah.
There's those guys. Then there's guys who are always ready to jump off ship. Like, okay, you know what? If this don't work, she's my next one. She's my next one. Obviously, that's a different situation, because if you are looking at different options, you don't give it your all, because you always feel like, okay, I'm waiting for you to fuck up so that I can move on to the next one.
Okay.
That's different. We are talking people who really put their time, invest their time in relationship, whereby someone really thinks things through. Like, okay, 10 years from now or 5 years from now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not a stepping stone, because cake can't be a stepping stone. It's not a stone, it's a cake.
At some point in life, you realize you can't waste no time. You can't waste no time.
Yes. I'm speaking for those kind of people. I'm not speaking for, because everybody has their different thing, whereby it's like, there's guys who say girls are like chewing gums.
Okay.
We chew you, then you lose flavor.
And then you spit you out.
Yeah, exactly.
And you get another one.
Exactly. There's people like that, but I'm not speaking for you guys. I know it's fun. I ain't trying to kill somebody's life.
No, it's a phase. Let it happen. Enjoy it. Because everybody grows, right? Because when what you're saying is really surprising. I don't know if you realized how it's been.
Yeah, we need to move on. Because you see, what happens is that if I move on, let's say I am married. For example, I'm married, I find a girlfriend, I have a wife who's, I try to be, funny and all that, but she's like a mother to me. Nothing else is going,
Okay.
Then I find a side chick, who looks very, very beautiful and who does exactly what I say. When she knows I'm coming, she cooks my favorite meal, and she dresses in shorts and ties and what. Like, everything is perfect. That's my dream girl. But I married my mom. You know what I'm saying? Then from there, you're like, I really can't just jump off to this one. I will let this one die. Side chick will be side chick. Don't worry, I'm leaving my wife soon. Don't worry. How many chicks have you met with? He's saying he's married, but he's
okay, here's the thing. But here's the thing. When you say that, it's not basically because you're gonna let this one die. She's there for a purpose. Why did you get married? Why did you get married in the first place? There must be something, even though she's a mom, because if inevitably we become moms to these dudes. Okay, I have to tell King to put on a jersey when he's going outside because it might be cold. Okay, because he's not gonna think about that for himself. Okay, so yes, there's gonna be mother tendencies. I'm not gonna be your mom, but there's gonna be concerns and things. But you married me for a purpose, right? So the side chick is just there for all the other extra things, maybe.
Remember, as much
but
as
they
you're
always
saying
they always say about 98 or 99.9% of the time, you ain't gonna leave your wife for that side chick.
It's true.
You're not gonna do that. Where you at. You're not gonna leave for them. But I'm not gonna leave on that principle. You're not having a pretty side chick. I'm just saying this. But anyways, they always say that. And here's the advice that's gonna come out with this. If you're out here holding your breath that the man or the woman that you're with is gonna leave their girlfriend, their boyfriend, their husband or wife, breathe.
And even if they leave them, they will still leave you too. Because they still need to heal.
You're gonna die.
They still need to heal, because you know what? Whatever made them leave that other relationship, pushed them hard enough for them to be able to walk out of a lifetime relationship. Do you see how much pressure that takes?
But
Do you see how much work that takes? So it means that person needs to heal. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They need to heal. Even if it's you need to heal. You need to take your time. Have a relationship with yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The type of relationship that you have with yourself is going to determine what other kind of relationships you are going to have with everybody else. Because if you treat yourself like you ain't nothing, the friends that you will get would treat you like you ain't nothing. Why? Because you didn't heal. If you heal, it takes time to yourself. You see the sunset, you see everything, you feel good about things in life. You know what I'm saying? You get confident. You become you. Then you start things, then you can make friends. Then you can start from fresh, because you can even choose with a vision, with a direction. You know what I'm saying? You need to rebound things never work.
No, they don't work. I can attest to that because I agree with everything you're saying. Because let's not tap into a story of my own. I'm always with the stories. I don't know why I'm the only one with the stories, man.
Well, you're the first lady. So who got the stories?
No, but still, besides that,
who got the story?
I got
First lady.
But guys, I'm gonna go back, right? When we talk about healing, it's necessary because I experienced a not so good feeling.
Yeah.
But it was necessary. But I hadn't healed. See. But you see, here's the thing. Here's the story. Okay. Here's the story. So I had broken up with a boyfriend, right? And I was still trying to get out of that. Hence healing. You know what I'm saying? You need to heal. You need to get back and stop clinging on to any hope, right? And I told I told this dude, like, dude, I'm not there yet. I'm still trying to get out of this zone so that I can come into a new one properly and be my authentic self. But you see, you know, there's those dudes, as I said, cockiness. It doesn't work out sometimes. He had this thing where he's like, okay, I'm just gonna keep being persistent. I'm gonna go on. To a point where I'm even discussing with my friend, okay, fine, I think I'm just gonna go out with this person so they can shut up, so they can leave me alone, not knowing that obviously one day leads to another, and now you picky promising shits that you don't even know if you can keep because stuff happens, and stuff did happen because I was still hooked to the past. I was in a situation with the past and I let the past come within the present. And it just, it went south. And obviously that was an experience.
It became a past present tense.
In moments, you know what I mean? It just became a whole moment, but it was a learning curve for me. I won't say that it's a bad thing because
so bad, I know, right? So bad, I know, right?
No. But the person who was hurt, you dreamt of them. Weirdly. I don't know what happened. Guys, King had a dream of the guy I'm talking about who was, cocky, but then his cockiness just didn't work out right for him because I did tell him what was happening, but yes, I was bad. I was the bad guy. I'm not gonna deny that, Yeah, but life is life.
It takes a big man to confess to that. And
you have to
admit.
You had to just admit, because I'm not going to deny it. I did something that even I was ashamed of. I feel like that's why I was so emotional in that time, because I know how it feels, and I did that to someone else.
Yeah, but it's let me tell a story as well. Let me tell a version, not really a story, but from the male version.
Oh my goodness, guys! King has a story, sort of, kind of snippet. Short story. Okay.
What I'm saying is that, if you do not heal from what hurt you, right?
Yeah.
Everything sometimes brings nostalgia, even if it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Because you really need to take a break. Breathe. Bruh, go buy yourself a fucking McDonald's.
Just be you.
A chicken lick and just get some breathe. You know what I'm saying?
The thing.
Feel okay, sharp. All right. Because you know what? The thing that led you to being in a bad position in the first place is that you were also not sure of what you want. Because if you knew what you wanted, you were going to see it from the very, very fucking start.
Hallelujah,
you know
hallelujah. Because here's the thing. What you said in the beginning, you need to when you're healing. Yes, it's a moment of accepting what happened, but you come one with yourself. Enjoy your own company. Find out what it is that you're looking for based on the thing that hurt you recently and what hurt you in the past and everything that has happened where you are in your life. You know what I'm saying? everybody grows differently. We start thinking about these type of things at a different stage, of course. But when it happens to you, that's the moment you start to like focus. This is what I want. This is where my future needs to be at. I need to be with this type of partner, partner in crime, whatever, a man or a woman. This should be the type of wife I have. This should be the type of husband I have. Yes, ride or die. We're not dying, but we're together. We're fighting together. We're doing everything, trying to grow together. That's the whole point. A recent advice that was put out on Awesome Thoughts was that you need to find someone who grows you, who adds on to your knowledge. You know what I'm saying? A relationship that grows you and adds to your knowledge is a relationship to keep, because you become a better person. You realize that's where acceptance and not having regret comes in, because you realize that, 1, 2, 3 happened in the past. Yes, I was the bad person, I was not the bad person, whatever happened, but you accept it and you realize the lesson that came out of it. Yes. So that in the future, you know how to apply it in whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hallelujah! So you know how to apply it in the future. You know what I'm saying? You know how to just, when you see these types of things happening, instead of just like, okay, I'm walking out. You grew up in a sense that, okay, let me tell you, you're doing 1, 2, 3, and from what I know, it doesn't work out. I don't like it.
You're my dog. I know you. You're
exactly.
My dog. You ain't going nowhere. But the thing is,
when you come to that person and you tell them, I don't like this, if they don't change, then they're not the one. But if they take note and like, okay, she doesn't like this or he doesn't like this, and I need to stop that, because maybe in the past I thought it was alright, because I wasn't, very much experienced in a proper relationship structure. In the past, I thought it was alright, but now I realize that it's not alright, because I'm with the person who sees my flaws, but is willing to fix me, not just throw me aside and throw me away and be like, no, you're not for me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He sees the better, or she sees the better in me, and that alone makes you like, okay, I'm gonna try and be better. But we do need to heal, because I don't want to make King suffer because of whoever in the past, and he also doesn't want the same for me. You know what I'm saying?
This is so true. I'm laughing these days when people are making jokes about, okay, I broke up with my boyfriend 24 hours ago. So today I'm finding a rebound or whatever, or in 2 hours I'm moving on after 2 hours. I saw something which I said like, there's nothing wrong with moving on after 2 hours of breaking up.
There's nothing wrong.
How ready was you? Are you
exactly?
Sometimes coming to reality with things, you make sure you understand that it's a very simple way to live, but it's not as simple if you don't understand it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You need to heal before you move on to the next one.
You do.
Because whatever you wanted to say to the other person, the closure that you didn't get from the other person, if you just jump into another relationship, you will keep on putting the pressure on somebody new who doesn't even have anything to do with it.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Then you lose that greatness that you had, because honestly, if you realize that you're with someone and everything is bliss, even if there's a little snag that comes along, you guys fix it. Like, it's you guys communicate, as one of our episodes said, communication, just to speak. This is what I think, this is what I see, this is what you think, that's what you see. Okay, what are the common points, what are the not common points? How do we come together to solve
and this? How many people do you hate by being angry?
You know what I'm saying?
Because if you haven't healed, you are still angry.
For somebody, I don't know.
If you haven't healed, you are still angry.
Exactly.
That is the fact. That is the truth.
In English,
if you haven't healed, if you haven't moved on, you are still angry. that person is still living rent-free in your head. That's why some people would prefer to have their exes on their weddings just so that they can see that they're doing better. But really, it's a sign that you can't live without them, because what are they doing on your special day? If it's your past, what is your past doing on your present day? You know what I'm saying?
Why is it that you need?
Come on, man.
Why is it that you need their approval?
Come on, man. Don't make other people suffer. You need to heal by yourself, because you're gonna hate the next person because you didn't heal, even though your intentions are good. We are not saying you're a bad guy, you are not saying you're a bad woman, but heal. Take time to yourself. Have a relationship with yourself.
Just do
okay, the past relationship, what I did wrong was this, or what she or he did wrong was this and this and this. From this part, I'm gonna come in this angle, and then you do your things right. You know what I'm saying? After you healed, you since the sunset alone, you're like, okay, I think I need somebody now. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying?
It's always the thing, I feel like, to be alone and not to feel like you need somebody around. You can survive within your own thoughts. You're good. You're on a good path. Then that's where you can be able to draft out everything that you want, everything that you need, everything that you're not gonna stand for. All the
guarantee, if you know, guys, come right there.
Exactly. You just know you. You know what I'm saying?
There's only one part that needs feeling.
It's
definitely
necessary. It's so necessary. But you know, within that time, I'm not saying this is how it is for everybody.
Yeah, everybody have a different path, man.
But to become
something in common,
a little candid, because from the last episode, we're just becoming candid out of nowhere. But for me, to find King, I had to be like, you know what, I'm not out here looking for these people. I'm done, because all the people I looked for were trash. I'm sorry. Like, honestly, the fact that you're not here today doing this podcast with me means you were just there as a lesson, and that's what I'm gonna call you. But they were there as that, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm done physically looking, because what I'm looking for is not going the way.
The physics is not working out. You need some chemistry in this.
I just need some spiritual.
Then you got me.
Spiritual awakening. So yes, within those who believe, I ask God, I'm just like, you know what, this is for you. You do it. You find whoever is fit for me. I'm just going to live my life and enjoy my company, as we've said 1,000 times within this episode. Deal with me, have fun with me, be happy with me, you know, and learn who I am and how I am. So that the next person who wants to come in, this is who I am. This is how this is how I live.
Yes.
This is how I roll. Mm-hmm. So if you can hang with this, step to the side and let the right person come through. But I'm not paying attention.
And this is exactly what you talk about, right?
Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I found what I'm looking for. Okay? I found what I'm looking for.
That's an inside joke, family, but we know you're going to get it one day when we live on YouTube. But okay.
Fast Mans would get it right now. But anyway.
So, man, guys, you see, many people, abusers, are normally people who were abused before. You know what I'm saying? Bullies are normally people who were bullied before.
Coming back to the phrase, hurt people.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm hurt, so I'm going to hurt you to make myself feel better.
Exactly. So,
but it doesn't really make me feel better. Because I'm hurt, but now I have the guilt that I hurt you.
True story.
Initially, so I'm just like pounding myself with more guilt.
So if you heal,
negativity.
If you heal, you're not gonna hit the next person. The train, the curse is not gonna
continue. And instead of thinking it in that sense of, if I'm hurt, I'm not gonna hurt the next person. If I'm healed,
I'm gonna heal the next person.
I could heal the next person.
Yeah.
But then as well, if I'm healed, I'll be able to identify that this is not the right treatment that should be coming to me. I'll be able to identify someone who themselves needs to still heal, or needs to still come back into their senses and
yes,
realize.
because sometimes the rage doesn't really mean someone is a bad person. Sometimes people, you see the rage.
I
Like,
mean, you're
this
still
is
angry at
help
Sophie,
me. It's a
but
prayer.
Sophie's out of the picture, so you need to just get back to Sam. Hi. Yes, Queen's name is Sam. But yeah.
But we don't know Sophie.
Yeah, Sophie is just an example, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ooh, Sophie. I just thought of Family Guy.
Imagine competing with Sophie.
Sophie has a sofa.
Yeah, the sofa is
so. But yeah, guys, you know what? We're just getting into our own zone right now. We're getting off topic. But we hope we got through to you in this episode.
Guys, we need to heal.
Hence the message all the time.
Guys,
heal in all aspects of life, though.
And another thing, this is dedicated to the guys. Okay, and some girls.
Okay.
Being tough, right?
Yeah.
You don't get $1 million for being tough.
Yeah.
You don't get $1 billion either for being tough. You know?
Okay.
Sometimes letting off that emotion actually shows how strong you are. For you to be able to let off that emotion and let it show, that's a sign of strength. Because if you bottle it inside and you try to shove it down, that shit gonna come up at the wrong time.
Oh, it's gonna.
And you're gonna show that you didn't even heal from anything.
A bad explosion.
Exactly. Forgive, but don't forget.
Exactly.
But most important, you need to heal. Because whatever you do, you know, God doesn't make mistakes. They put you through that road for you to feel it, to experience it, to learn it.
You're not given more than you can handle.
Exactly. Bruh, sis, there's no need to rush. You know what I'm saying? You ain't missing nothing.
It's your life.
Let me give you an example. Think about 2015. Seems like yesterday, right? That's 6 years. Since 2015. 6 years. That's like a whole child was born and started going to school. And where were you in 2015? Where are you now? Healing is just a process, man.
Yeah.
Don't look at the time. Time is money, but it's only worth money when you're giving it to somebody else. Yeah. When you're giving it to yourself, you can't place a price on that.
Yeah, you can't place.
That's priceless.
You can't place a price on life. But as I was saying as well, you know, in terms of healing, you can heal in, you know, your last relationship or anything that happened in the past.
Your last lows.
But
everything.
in general, all areas, all corners, all, you know, little scapes of life, heal.
Hola.
Peace out.
Yeah.